Hey, what's going on, world? You know what time it is like to watch this. Once again, it's time for your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros podcast. Hey, man, do us a quick favor. If you like what we got going on here, rate, review, subscribe, do all that fancy and fun stuff. As always, we have the Linktree link in the description box as well as the chat box as well too. And speaking of the chat box, y'all need to go ahead and get interactive. Go ahead, get active in there and do the damn thing. So yeah, and as always, thanks for watching and listening to Sports Pros podcast. I go by the name of the HOC Eddie Cool, and normally there's three of us, but right now you got Eddie Cool and not the other guy, Scotty D. He's currently on assignment covering what is it? Beat out the Pony League World Series, something a big deal. Yes,
Yes.
yes, he's covering that, something that he's wanted to do for quite some time. And shout out to the money man Scotty D for pursuing an endeavor that's been on his list for quite some times. With that being said, enough of my incoherent rambling. Introducing first from Fayetteville, North Carolina, manning the ship of this video live stream thing. He is the one, the only, the almighty Be Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Oh, we got our first taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little appetizer. It's on our lips, little
Yup.
little sampling
Yup.
of the NFL. And just as predicted, for those lovely couples that are out there in the world that are just lovey-dovey and all the things, hate to disrupt. you're, you're-
Wow.
you know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
And for those that are those of us that choose to be single, those that are single, yeah, we don't have to go through all that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen alike, if your significant other is a proponent of all things NFL, you
Mm-hmm.
might as well just go ahead and let it go until January, February. He'll get back. He or she will get back with you come Valentine's Day because we're locked and loaded, and we've already experienced 1 week of the preseason, and people are already losing their mind over
Mm-hmm.
preseason games. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't even have to introduce the other guy holding us back.
Oh no, not holding us back, even though he's not here, man. But yeah, shout out to Scotty D, man, the money man, for doing his thing that he always does. With that being said, be live, hit the graphic, because it's time for the top of the order. All right, let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order.
All right.
As B Live alluded to earlier, week one of the NFL preseason. No more training camp talk, no more tuning into any other networks and looking at guys throwing the ball to each other without any kind of physical opposing contact. And with that being said, Be Live, a lot went on week one of the NFL preseason. And with that being said, Be Live, a lot of rookie quarterbacks had a chance to show up and show out this past week slash weekend. With that being said, Be Live, if we're looking at Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, and Tyler Shuck, who had out of those guys, who had the best performance? What say you? I already know the answer, but what or do I? What say you?
Well, here's what I say to all of the enthusiasts that come when it comes to the NFL and the rookies. The quarterback position is always the flashy one. It's what people pay attention to the most,
Mm,
and so but this naturally, um, we would look at Shador Sanders' performance. A,
mm,
because the media won't stop talking about it, and I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was a decent performance. Um, I pumped the brake. I want people to pump the brakes just a little bit now because it was, and this. Oh, it hurts me to say this, but I have to be a realist. That
mm,
performance not only was it against third, fourth, and fifth stringers, it was also against the team that had the worst defense in the NFL last year.
Yeah, that's true.
This is yeah, I love my Carolina Panthers, but we had holes in defense last year that just an off season and an NFL draft just doesn't plug all those holes. Now he made some on time throws and he was able to escape the pocket extend plays and everything like that. So he had a decent performance. Is it otherworldly? No. Is it bad? Absolutely not. I I just want people to give the guy a chance to grow.
Yeah.
But you gotta highlight Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Dart came out and shocked some people. Some people like again one of those things that I want the main media outlets to give all of these guys their like not even just the quarterbacks, but all of your rookie players. Like give them the proper amount of spotlight.
Right.
I get it. I get it. Everybody out here, they're begging, they're pleading for all for the for the viewership, and they tend to stick to the biggest story. But what I think advances the league and also sports in general is for us to talk about all the things, all the new things, all the shiny new toys, not just the select
Hmm.
few that you pick out.
Right.
And that's gonna be my topic for the entire day is stop cherry picking. Stop going for the shiny new toy and let's look at some of the other like let's expand not only because it's a little bit easier for us, me and you, Eddie Cool. It's easier for us because we are sports fanatics. We don't just watch a game. We we dissect things, as you will, as fanatics,
Yep.
as fanalists per se. But for the casual fan, the people that they'll watch the game, they'll put on the face paint, they'll put on their favorite jersey for their favorite team. When they look for other things out there, they don't see some of the stories that should be out there. And so I I got to see a little bit of Jackson Dart. I didn't get to see much of Tyler. What you say, Shuck? That's how you.
Shuck. Yeah. If when you look at his name, let me put it up real quick.
It's Shoughh, right?
It looked like shuff or
Uh,
or shuck or huh, and but it's pronounced shuck.
okay.
Now I don't know how you get phonetically SHUCK shuck out of SHOUGH, but I kind of see it, but I don't. You know what? I was a journalism and mass communications major, not an English major. So I'll let you
It's
any
factuals.
chat any English majors. If you want to know how in the world they got shuck out of SHOUGH, please let us know. But yeah, Tyler Shuck, that's his name.
I appreciate whoever in the family that decided to pronounce my favorite Eastern Michigan player's last name.
Hey.
No, no, no.
Oh boy, here we go.
And what Gideon Espen Es- Es-
Yeah, Gideon Espen Lamprin. Yeah, yeah. I told you he was a bad dude back in his high school days.
oh
Whoo,
yeah, oh
boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I was when back to like I said Jackson Dart. I think he made an impact, and I think more than anything, like out of like the four players that you mentioned, he will be the one that should make the most noise. We all know, like it's one of those things. We all know who's going to make the most noise, but
Mm,
I think when it comes to like situations moving forward, the future, and who I think will emerge as the best out of all of these quarterbacks that are in this somewhat like not so deep quarterback um draft, I think Jackson Dart is going to be the one that rises to the top.
okay. Yeah.
And God forbid I say that, and then there's going to be somebody. in the comments, like, man, you just hating on Shador. No,
No.
I had a conversation with one of my dudes the other day where we live in such a society that we are either blank riding someone or we are hating on them.
And
Is
there's no
it
in between.
right? Like, is it possible
Yeah.
that we were right there, like just like what happened to middle? Brian, don't do that. Do not
No,
do
no,
that.
go ahead. Yeah, whatever happened.
No, no, no. Because I was going to go a little bit deeper. I had to reel myself back in. Like,
Okay, okay.
yes. What happened to middle ground?
Yeah, I was about to say, whatever happened, whatever happened to the I'm gonna jump on that real quick. Whatever happened to the middle ground? I look at it like this: as far as Shador Sanders goes, um, rumor has, reportedly, allegedly, supposedly, he hasn't taken a lot of first team reps, and Dylan Gabriel's still hurt, and Kenny Pickett's being Kenny Pickett, and Joe Flacco's like, look, I'm damn near 40. I don't need this. Just think about it. The older quarterbacks, I ain't finna do this, but I just think that if we see him do this with the second and third unit, I think in training camp he should get some reps with the first team and see what he can do with the first team, so that way we can make a fair assessment, as opposed to just, well, he did this against a very vanilla defense. Because you got to think about it. No one's like that. Their biggest plays and everything, they're not bringing that out now because what are people doing? They're getting taped trying to go into the season. So what they do is, okay, we're just gonna run, basic pass plays, basic run plays, basic cover defense. We want it very basic, very vanilla for the time being. But I'm like you, be like what happened to middle ground? And I think when it comes to the case of Shador Sanders, Cleveland, Bria, folks, the brass in the building. Can we please give this man some burn time, some run time with the ones? So that way we can see what he can do with Njoku. So we can see what he can do with Jerry Judy and so forth and so such.
Yeah. So week one, you're not going to get all of the analytics, but you will get a lot of the hype. But
Mm.
at the end of the day, Tyler Shuck, oh boy, the Saints right now are regretting not drafting Shadur Sanders. Let's just throw that out there.
Lord help. God, oh boy, they should
I,
have did it.
and here's the thing about that. As an avid Carolina Panthers fan, it makes me so very happy to see the Saints suffer. I am just so elated. I am just can you see the smile? Can you
Mm.
see the head tilt? That is me in full elation,
Yeah.
full just I'm in jubilation,
Mm.
just full of glee to see the Saints suffer because they're the Saints, they're the Aints,
One less
and
team. One less team we got to worry about in the division.
I'm trying to tell you. So I mean, again, rubber meets the road when the regular season hits or whatever. We can speculate, look all everything we tried to do this preseason. Still the preseason. We still got 2 more weeks to go of the preseason. But yeah, the hype is there. The analytics may not be so much, but that's why those guys get paid in the various um, upper management, whatever they do, the scouts and whatever they do. And we'll just sit here and we'll wait on their report and see who makes the depth chart, who makes the team, and then who gets cut. Yes, sir.
Yep, because that's coming up pretty soon. Because to go through the numbers right quick, Shadur Sanders, 14 for 23, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 12 for 19, 154 yards, 1 touchdown and 24 yards rushing. And he kind of displayed some ability to be an efficient passer and a dual, and he uses feet as well too. So something that the Giants could use. All right, and then we got Cam Ward, 5 for 8. 67 yards, and he led nice scoring drive. And then Tyler Shuck, uh, 15 for 22, 165, one tutty, and one INT. Guys got a cannon, but yeah, it's just who boy,
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that INT that Shuck threw a pick six?
yeah,
Yeah, boy.
yeah,
so so 0-0. He scored a touchdown, gave a touchdown, but
yeah. So, yeah, so he pretty much broke even. He pretty much Broke even. All right, B Live. Let's move on to our next topic. All right. You may also hear this on this week's episodes of the Connoisseurs Pro Wrestling Podcast, but B Live, he was up in arms about it. He was cussing. He was hitting a bunch of buttons. He was 38, 10,000 fire mad hot. Why? Because WWE has decided to move all of their PLEs, their premium live events, to ESPN. So, a little quick rundown of what's going to go on here. Now, this starts in 2026 and it's a 5 year deal through 2030. And the value is over $1.6 billion, which means $325 million a year. Now, what's included is all the WWE premium live events like WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and etc., plus the pre and post shows. Now, Be Live, guess what? ESPN said, guess what? We're gonna launch a new app and we're gonna charge y'all $29.99 a month. What won't be affected is Raw on Netflix, SmackDown USA, and NXT on CW. So it's pretty much WWE said, okay, we're gonna keep some of this stuff here on Peacock, but the big money stuff we're gonna move to ESPN to get more money. I'm gonna put my microphone down for a quick second and Be Live. Tell me what's on your mind, player.
All right, let's start with a couple things. Oh boy, my anger. I have a lot of anger.
Mm.
Is I just don't get it. WWE. You had the WWE network that we were paying 990. Was it 999, 995, 995,
$9.99
999? We were paying that directly to you,
straight to you.
and you provided us with decent programming, your premium live events, and we were all. You set a standard when it comes to wrestling programming that a vast majority of your fans and the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community,
Mm-hmm.
we agreed with. We were perfectly fine. At first, we were like, "Ooh, all right," and then we see the writing on the wall. We get it, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. It was programming separate from cable, and I mean, cable was decreasing in popularity to start with. We got to see all the beautiful things. We got to see we got to see the replays, just right, SmackDown, Raw. All we got, WWE Network was a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you plucked it away from us. We went to Peacock, and then SmackDown was on. Well, I mean, SmackDown was on Fox. Now it's on USA, but the USA, the Raw went from USA to Netflix, and then your premium live events went to Peacock, and then other things. Then you just started splitting things up, and then all right, so we'll pay Peacock X amount of dollars for your PLEs, which is still halfway decent because it beats back in the day when we were trying to when none of us spent. None of us spent $50 for each pay per view.
We know what we did? We piled up at somebody's house and
Oh
we
yeah,
all pitched in some money and we all bought some food and some beverages and we had fun. That's how we did it back in the day.
yeah. We would for $50. There'd be like 20 of us,
Yeah.
you know, and we'd be just hooting and hollering, and that was a beautiful thing back in the day. Now we understand how life goes and everything, how things change or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That might not be a bad idea, but we're all over the place now. We done moved away from each other. But the anger that I have is like it's so much to track. Like we we followed your lead. We began to cut the cord. We started leaving our cable subscriptions and all the things and whatnot, and we the cable packages, and we did the streaming thing. We bought the WWE network, and then we bought Peacock, and then we bought Netflix, and then we Also, for my personal guy, I bought Paramount. I got Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime. Like we followed your lead.
We did.
WWE, you started this. You
Yeah.
started this leaving the cable trend. Now for you to come full circle, come right back to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna come back to cable and we're gonna sign up with ESPN. And so here's the thing. After doing research, this move to ESPN for people that have cable, that have ESPN, it works for them.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing for them. But you the one told us to leave the cable subscription. You told us to leave cable. No, and then you turn around. On top of that, you move to ESPN WWE, and then your sister company leaves WWE, leaves ESPN to do Paramount Plus and give us UFC the way we used to enjoy WWE. We want what we had with WWE. And now you just, why? Why did you swap places?
That's pretty much what they did. Swap places.
So now guess what I'm going to do? What I didn't do in the past. I'm going to watch UFC pay-per-views because guess what? I have Paramount Plus. But I want, just can I have, I want, I want my WWE back to where it was at.
Yeah. I think Be Live, as we discussed off air, I think it's gonna come to a point where, because if you look, I mean, hell, look at the NFL. You can watch the NFL on CBS, Paramount Plus, which is a subsidiary of CBS, ESPN, ABC, Fox, NFL Network, and Netflix. Oh, and here's the thing about it: a majority of the audience are not tech savvy. Let's go ahead and put it out there. Majority of your audience is not tech savvy. They can give a damn about streaming services. Hell, someone probably don't even know how to cut on a computer. That's how I know I'm country. I didn't say turn on, but cut on a computer. All right, they don't even know how to turn on a doggone computer, let alone having to sign up for an app, having to do this, having to do that, having to keep up with this, having to keep up with that. And I think that cable may not go away completely, or we may see a resurgence in cable television because, like, especially in that generation, a lot of people they're like, man, I'm not about to download 50, 11,000 apps to watch some TV shows because I think Hulu got absorbed, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly, supposed to correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Hulu, I think they got absorbed by Disney Plus. So I guess Hulu ain't gonna be no more.
Oh no, oh, I think Hulu is still going to be around, but they're just owned by Disney.
Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, they got owned by Disney. So you got that Disney, ESPN, Hulu, that whole family is just it's just I just think a lot of people will be like, you know what, the hell with this and the hell with you when it comes to like the streaming services because a lot of people they don't have the time nor the patience for it. They just don't, and I just think that you got to make it if you want your product to be popular, you got to make it accessible for people. And I think in a way, be like by doing this, they alienate people.
Well, it's just one of those things. The writing's on the wall. I don't care at this moment of time. Piracy is going to be at an all time high. It's not. I know I'm not. I know I'm not talking to idiots. They know
No.
what we doing out here in these streets.
Yeah.
VPN is going to be on the rise. VPN, ladies and gentlemen, figure it out. Virtual private
Private
network.
network. Hmm.
Learn about it.
Yeah.
It is the wave of the future.
Get familiar with it.
God, I'm just gonna say it. I know the stuff. Shoot, come at me, bro. I don't know. It just make me so mad. It's like if when does this consumerism and it's just like it's they keep grabbing for more and more and more money, and it's just like I, I ain't gonna do it. We're going to share apps. We're going to VPN. We're going to find the links, and you're going to do everything in your power to remove links and take this away and do this. But as long as there's an international market, we gonna find a way.
We gonna find you. We gonna find.
I'm like, if I'm a diehard WWE fan, guess what? I'm moving to Canada, where all of the stuff is on Netflix.
Mm.
There, all of this is just in the United States, mind you. All of this SmackDown on Netflix, Raw on USA. I'm sorry, no, wait. Raw on Netflix, SmackDown on USA, CW, um,
NXT.
NXT, Premium Live Events on Peacock now, ESPN. All of that is just on Netflix in
And
international markets.
you're all right. It's all in one place.
It's all in one place.
It's all in one place.
That's where WWE was designed to be. Nick Khan flat out said people followed us from WWE Network to Peacock. They'll follow us to ESPN no matter what the price is. Hold the hell up.
Are you sure, buddy? Are you sure,
You,
pal? Like, you sure about that?
you think we just have an unlimited amount of money? Like I I want to meet Green Shirt Guy in real life and find out what the entire hell he does.
Oh, he's on the payroll. He's got to be on the
Yeah,
payroll.
like that don't make how who has that type of money to be going to man? And
Be-
now you got what you got yellow shirt guy that's row 2 up here. Like what? How? And I'm over here struggling.
Yeah. Those guys, be like, those guys got to be on the payroll. They have got to be on the payroll. I don't, like you can't tell me, shoot, green shirt guy been like what 10 years with him or something, a
It's,
very very long time. Yeah, so
um,
he green shirt guy's definitely got to be on the payroll. He has
I don't
got
like his beard.
he don't like his
Like
beard.
it doesn't. It's like the way it doesn't connect. Like I don't like him.
Yeah, he's
I'm sorry, my bad. I just
he went to the man aesthetics. Man, you crazy. You hell. You are absolute hell. Be live. Before we get out of here, man, we got a few minutes. Real quick, man. The preseason top 25 college football poll is out. And I'm gonna run down the top 10 real quick. All right. Number one, the Longhorns of Texas. Number two, Penn State. Number three, the Ohio State. Number four, your Clemson Tigers. Number five, the Bulldogs of Georgia. Number six, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Number seven, the Oregon Ducks. Number eight, Roll Tide, Alabama. Number nine, LSU, Go Tigers. And number 10, the Miami Hurricanes. What you think about the preseason top 10 so far, Be Live?
for the most part it's quarterback friendly.
Okay.
Majority of these teams they are backing off of the big names. Texas, of course, Archer Manning.
Mm,
I think Penn State, Drew Alar.
yep.
Clemson, of course, Kate Klubnik.
Hmm.
Gunnar Stockton for Georgia. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier. So this football poll is friendly to the quarterback position.
Mm,
I'm always wary of stuff like that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I love my Clemson Tigers. I don't like to see them this high. I I I think we have some firepower. We'll do some damage,
mm,
but I don't see us as a top 5 team just yet. Now, when we spot the ball and if we handle business against LSU, then absolutely. But man, sometimes I'm a little wary of the hype,
mm.
especially behind one position. Now, here's the thing. Hey, Clublet, I'm a fan, but you gotta also think I've been a little bit spoiled because I've had the Deshaun Watsons and the Trevor Lawrences of the world, and so I'm just like, hmm, do I see that in Cade? Ugh. And then I look back at my 2018 team that we had the most stout defense in the world, and that's
Oh
what
boy.
made us as strong as we were that year.
Mm,
I think our defense is better than our offense, but the jury's out. Let me just put it this way: spot the damn ball. I don't want to talk about this no more.
yeah.
Like, just man. Because at the end of the day, when rubber meets the road, that's what it's going to be about. LSU finished the season last year unranked. Now somehow they're top 10, one of the 10 best teams in the country. They were unranked last year, finishing out the season. And 2/3 of this poll are filled with teams that were unranked at the end of the season. Florida, Michigan, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Texas Tech. Unranked.
Yeah, because I'm like, what is this? Where they come from?
Kansas State, unranked. Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of hype behind some of these teams, some of these positions, stuff like that. Spot the damn ball.
Yep. And that's all you got to do. Be live. We got like what? Another Saturday. Let me see. We got let me see. High school. We got what? Almost about what 7 days almost.
Mm-hmm.
We got another weekend for college, and we got not too long for the pros. With that being said, be live. Looking at my watch because I have yet. Looking at my phone because I've yet to get a watch. You want to know why? Because I was thinking about my watch fix, which I will. Guess what time it is?
What time is it? What's happening? What's going on?
Man, I'm glad you asked. It's time for our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices. With that being said, yo, butt, hit it. I should have got some more of them wings. Choices of the voices coming at you right here on the Sports Bros podcast. See you in 2 minutes.
Hit y'all with the Shadur Sanders. When it comes to, I don't know. Yes, sir.
My time, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna get that watch fixed soon. See y'all in 2 minutes.
And now, our favorite part of the show, the choices of the voices.
Again, thank you to the wonderful and
Ever so lovely.
Miss Button for introducing our favorite portion of the show, the choices of the voices, where we ask you a question, you give us the answer, and we talk about it right here on the Sports Bros podcast. Yeah, well, with that being said, there's no Scotty D, but I'm going to go ahead. Be live. You want to read the question?
I think I can do that. I think I can. Hey. We talked about last week some whatever we talked about, and so we posed the question for this coming week. Um, Predict this year's NFL MVP. Who do you think out of all the players in the NFL will have the trophy of the most valuable player? As we know, Josh Allen won it this past year, and Lamar Jackson was up in the running and won it in years past. But do you think they're the front runners, or is there someone that you have in mind that will be the MVP for the 2025 season? We only had a couple of answers, but we are true to our word, and we always feature our listeners, our voices of the Sports Pros podcast. And so, Eddie Cool, what did the people say?
All right. Winner, chicken dinner. Tom win. He said, looking like Shador Sanders after Friday night. You got jokes, Tom.
Yeah. What is that? You got a,
A
a
peanut,
peanut, a
a ghost, and a
ghost.
peanut.
All right, because you is.
Tom, help us with that one because I'm like,
I mean that you a little nutty.
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm I'm running a little short on the graphics this week because that might have put you in the penalty box. But again, like we spoke about earlier in the podcast, if the way people hyping them up, then might as well go ahead and hand them the MVP trophy. Why the heck not? So I ain't gonna put you in the penalty box, but there was a lot of hype. But yeah, Shadur's got a long, and I mean long, way to go before he's into the MVP conversation. But we appreciate the comedy. Yeah, all right.
We really do. We really do. All right. The best name in the game, JoJo Comfort says, I think the easy answer lies within the Lamar, Mahomes, Allen, Barkley circle. But I get the feeling there's a dark horse waiting in the wings for the award. Joe Burrow is the guy that I'm thinking of.
Mm.
Be live? Did you notice how him and Jamar Chase started the first preseason game?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you want to have that chemistry that, I mean, Bryce Young started. Thank you,
Mhm.
finally.
Mhm.
But some of these other quarterbacks and people want to put their third and fourth string. I'm like, okay, all right. And speaking of people starting, I didn't get a chance to see the Friday night Panthers game, but I
Mhm.
was looking to see because they talked about him all off season. Xavier Leggett. I was looking at the stat line and I saw 0 catches, 0 targets, 0 yards, and I was wondering what was going on, and then I didn't find out till well after the game that he was ejected because he out
And,
there
and 4 of 6 landed punches.
with the throwing punches on the guy with a helmet on. All right.
Make it make sense. Make
Hey,
it make sense.
I was going to ask you, Eddie Cool. You're a former football player. Kid, it, I got nothing. You know.
No, go ahead. So here's the deal. Um, me whenever I got to an altercation on the football field and the guy wanted to come to blows, it was a whole lot of give me that shirt, give me the inside of them pads, give me that helmet. I wasn't no dirty player, but like I guess your first instinct is to throw a punch. Was like why you throwing a punch? Like first of all, you got like 20 pounds of equipment on, right? You got 20 pounds of equipment on. And as a football player, football is a very hands on sport. All right. If you're a quarterback, you don't need to be trying to punch nobody. If you're a wide receiver, you don't need to be trying to punch nobody. If you're a lineman, you definitely don't need to be trying to punch nobody because you're the insurance policy between the defender and the quarterback. So I just never understood. It was just grabbing, give me the shirt, give me the shoulder pads. Yeah, because I've never thrown a punch as a football player. I'm not. Why am I gonna throw up this? It's stupid. It's dumb. What are you gonna do that for? What are you gonna do
Yeah,
that for? Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
yeah. Emotions of the game, but nah, that's just never. It's never my first instinct to start with.
Mm-mm.
But so yeah, it just came to my head because there was a little rumors and talking that Bryce Young and Leggett weren't like meshing,
Uh,
and so that's why I was like, oh my god, I need them to mesh. That season rides on it just a little bit, but yeah,
uh,
it is what it is. Um,
I think they'll be fine, B Love. I think they'll be
yeah.
perfectly fine. I think they'll be perfectly fine. Because
So
this will be a second year together, so they'll be
right.
perfectly fine.
So I guess I gotta put my hat into this ring right here because Tom Wynn and JoJo Comfort, I appreciate your responses to everybody else that listens to this program.
Mm.
This was a layup. This is a tush push at the
A
1 yard
gimme,
line.
a lean over.
Like, and it's okay. It's okay. I
Yeah,
understand we're busy with things called life, but we'll get back with you. No, we ain't gonna give up on you, but we
yeah.
do enjoy. This is our favorite portion of the show, and it goes a little bit easier when we have more people participating. With that being said, I'm as much as an outside the box thinker I try to be, and try to
Mm.
find that dark horse in somebody that will emerge or will rise to the top. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it because
Do it.
y'all, and I say y'all, I mean y'all gonna stop disrespecting my man. I think this year Jalen Hurts
Okay.
comes out of the woodwork, and people start appreciating what he brings to the table. Saquon Barkley was up there and absolutely had a phenomenal season, but I feel like this something like he's Jalen Hurts has just been teetering. Of course, he has a great team around him,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like the Eagles have not even remotely taken a step back. And this is like I think what will happen is that defenses will try to shore up the rushing game with Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts is going to just start diming. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. Like,
Well, Dallas Goddard.
yeah, I think people will actually start to pay attention to what Jalen Hurts does this season. And you can thank one person for that. Mr. Superman himself, Cam Newton. Cam Newton has put a spotlight on this dude more because
Oof.
for it, oh my god, people be hating for no reason. Like if people would stop and listen to what Cam Newton has to say as opposed to observing Cam Newton for how he performed in the league, Cam Newton he actually puts down some points. Now, granted, he said that Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback. He is controversial. I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, but I take it in consideration that Cam Newton he's a studious to the game.
Mm-hmm.
He may not be your stereotypical quarterback or stereotypical player or analyst or anything. He's never been your cookie cutter. He's always been outside of the box.
Yeah.
But people like, oh well, you got this critique about Jalen Hurts, but you couldn't fall on that
You
bully.
couldn't fall on the football. You couldn't fall on the football. Never mind being the MVP. Never mind taking his team to their second ever Super Bowl at 15-1. One of the
our,
best
our
offensive
leading
seasons. Yeah, yeah,
our
yeah.
leading wide receiver was Ted Ginn Jr.
We had Ted Ginn, Philly Brown, and who's the other guy?
For that team to go 15-1, come on, come on, y'all gotta stop this. At least let us true Carolina Panthers fan hold him accountable for that. For him not picking up that fumble. Let us handle that.
Not
Give that man his flowers.
yeah.
Give that man his flowers. I'm not even mad at him for not diving on that fumble, man. They were busting that man upside the head. Von Miller, if I
Yeah.
see you on the street, I'm not gonna do a
Do
damn thing.
nothing. Cause he will pick you, cause he will hit me with you. Okay, that's Von Miller. Yeah.
Oh, oh no, Von Miller is. I don't care. He was headhunted. That's a bad dude. Von Miller, man, that's a bad dude. But yeah, I would have made. Von Miller made Cam Newton make like freaking business decisions during the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Like, man, he got trying to get hit in the head, and the referees weren't allowing it. So shoot, why the heck not? So
Yeah.
what do you like? What do you do at that point? But man, I think Jalen Hurts could do it. Here's the one thing that will need to happen though, because will Joe Burrow will be in the picture. Josh Allen will
Mhm.
be in the picture. Patrick Mahomes will be in the picture.
The usual
Think
suspects.
I think Mahomes also has to have a. This is crazy to say, but a breakout season because Mahomes was not Mahomes last year.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, the way we perceive him to be, and they
Mm.
still made it to the Super Bowl. So it's one of those things where he was nowhere near the MVP talk, but he's always going to be the conversation for just his resume alone. Lamar Jackson had an MVP season, and he would have won the MVP in any other season ever,
Mm-hmm.
ever with the
Mm-hmm.
stat line that he had. They just happened to give it to Josh Allen because, and only because of Josh Allen's supporting cast, a la Cam Newton when he won it. Josh Allen took a ragamuffin team and put them on his back.
He called him ragamuffins.
I had to pull that one. I had to pull that one out the archives. Ragamuffin. Who was his lead receiver last year for Josh Allen?
Didn't Amari Cooper join him like mid-season or something like that?
It,
No,
uh,
Shakir. Was it Shakir?
Shakir.
Yeah,
Exactly. He's again not a bad wide receiver, but he's come on.
yeah.
That when the other teams have that I think that Jalen Hurts shows people why Philly was that unbeatable last year and
Mm-hmm.
why sometimes stats don't necessarily equate to value.
Mm-mm.
And I think easily that he could have a 50 TD season.
Mm.
35 passing touchdown, 15 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
They're just designed that way.
And they
And
got
like
and they got that all-world offensive line. It's just the rich keep getting richer. I mean, what's the only thing that happened? Jason Kelsey not being there next year. Ooh. But still though, they got Myalata and they got Lane Johnson and not to mention, the UGA defense Eagles on the other side. Yeah,
yeah,
they just an embarrassment of riches. All right, so Scotty D, who was not here, he said put him down for Joe Burrow. He said, but honorable mention Patrick Mahomes because just like you be live, he also predicts a big year from number 50 from 15. He said, Scotty also said, I was not surprised with that one. He said, risk management says to leave that alone.
right.
Yeah.
You just don't bet against Patrick Mahomes
Mm-mm.
except
Like
for this past year's Super Bowl.
just like Tom Brady. Y'all don't give a damn. Who did he play against? He playing against the undefeated success. Tom Brady in 5. No, but oh man, let me. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Joe Burrow, and I'm gonna tell you why. With Joe Burrow starting this is the first time in a long time that Joe Burrow has went through an off season healthy, gone through training camp, healthy, full strength, and now we're seeing full strength Joe Burrow, like him and Jamar Chase, the ones they played their first ever preseason game. I think Chase had 4 receptions for 77 yards. That's mid-season Chase or game 3 Chase. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wins it.
And hey, he won the Triple Crown last year,
Yeah,
and I mean I don't see any reason for him slowing down one bit. And then on top of that, like you got here's the thing: you got two wide receiver ones
yeah,
that are happy, paid,
yeah.
and here's another thing that I'll give you this argument that because Cincinnati's defense is anemic, that's going to leave for a lot of high scoring games, and people like stats.
Yep.
Joe Burrow could be. Oh God. Hold on,
Oh, did you throw up soap in your mouth?
just a little bit.
Oh, what'd you do?
Oh God. I'm I'm going to say this on the air. Oh boy.
What are you about to do?
Mm. We might. Oh God. Okay, I can do this. I can do the deep breaths. Deep breaths. Just bear with me. You might see a re-emergence of 2019 Joe Burrow when he.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh boy. I heard you burp. Calm down, be live. But I'm telling you, if we see
Mm.
2019 Joe Burrow this upcoming season,
Oh,
all hell gonna break loose. It's gonna break
oh,
loose. It's gonna break loose.
I need therapy.
Yeah, it's gonna break loose. They hit a sore spot with Be because they did because the LSU Tigers did
Okay, we here now. Screw it.
yeah.
My 2019 Clemson Tigers was the best team we ever put on the field in our entire history.
Yep.
We went 14-0, and it wasn't even close.
Mm-mm.
We handled business. We were the defending king. We were on a 29 game winning streak. We were number one in the nation, and we were up on the LSU Tigers. I think we were up like 17-7, and then something just clicked, and our defense forgot. And just how did I think Randy Moss said it. They take the top off the defense.
Yeah, to top of top gone. Top gone.
Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
And Terrace Marshall.
Don't mention his name because we drafted the Panthers drafted him, and we ain't seen him since. But
He's in, I
that
think no, that's Mingo. No, Mingo's in Dallas. Terrace Marshall is on a cereal box. Anyways, go ahead, be like.
but he we could see it. We could see like it was brutal watching him just. And I'm talking about we had Pro Bowl future Pro Bowlers on our defense on our secondary. That was was it AJ
AJ
Terrell?
Terrell,
Like just
Christian Wilkins.
like we had future Pro Bowlers on our defense, and Joe Burrow Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, that's now. Guess what? T. Higgins was on that Clemson team, by the way. That was on the other side, so he's seen it firsthand, and now he gets to beat T. Higgins easily on 28 other teams. Could be Justin Jefferson.
Yep, wide receiver 1.
Like and there's only a select few, like I said, outside of Minnesota with Justin Jefferson that T. Higgins wouldn't be the wide receiver 1. So to have that firepower and a healthy Joe Burrow and an anemic defense equates to high scores. And I'm not even going to say padded stats. I'm going to say like it's going to be stats, and they're going to be aligning for Joe Burrow being the MVP. Possibly.
Eddie's going to make a bold prediction. The Cincinnati Bengals will give up 25.6 points per game Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals will score 35.8 points a game. Check back with me come week 5. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah, because that's
If they stay healthy,
yeah.
I'm with you guys. I try to think outside the box, bring another perspective. But yeah, Joe Burrow easily could be in the conversation. Easily going to be in the conversation. Keep him healthy and upright, and we'll see. And I know that is a huge focus for Cincinnati is keeping him upright this season. So
yeah.
Oh boy,
they do, boy. He messed around and see. Was it rookie year? Joe Burrow he went to the Super Bowl. Second year.
Uh-huh.
Second year, rookie year. Yeah. Anyways, either the first. Yeah, I think it was Chase's first, Joe's second.
I think it was the second year.
Yeah. So Joe Burrow ain't done yet. He still got taste in his mouth. All right, B Live. So that does it for this week's Choices of the Voices. But the next question for next week is, as provided by the Money Man Scotty D, which NFL rookie are you most interested and intrigued with for the 2025 season? And that'll give us something to talk about next week right here on the Choices of the Voices. Be Live, real quick before we hop on, before I tell you to grab that pepper grinder. Cam Little, 70-yard field goal. It's good. He put all leg into it. I don't want nobody to come sue me for defamation of character or lawsuit, but I damn near guarantee, allegedly, supposedly, wink, wink, nod, nod, he got a text from NFL HQ saying, "Hey man, we need to do a what I say, beat up a CYP for PEDs."
I'm holding a cup.
Yeah,
it's a shot glass, but it's a cup.
Yeah.
You go ahead and pee into that, my dude. You go ahead.
Yeah. You start doing feats like that. Yeah, more than likely you finna get a phone call or email or somebody gonna be like, "Hey man, we're gonna need you to come in and take a pee and say a little something
I'm
quick."
I'm gonna say this real quick as well. Somebody had the nerve when somebody posted talking about, "Oh man, it's only preseason. What's that gonna do?" That dude with
I don't care.
That one kick right there pretty much guarantees him a job in the NFL for the next 15 years.
Yeah.
Shoot, who is not keeping this man employed as a kicker? 70, man. That dude right there with that one kick easily probably made himself a good 50, 60 million dollars.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
That's
not cheating. That's you can't pay him a little bit of money like you paid. No, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Be like, hold on. Boom. 70 yards later. Come on.
Money.
Whole leg. Foot and all. He put his whole foot in it, whole body in it. Yeah, it's crazy.
How the crime time say money.
Yeah. Money. Yeah. Go ahead and get that man some money.
Oh yeah. Come on. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the record is because
67, 66, 67.
I think it's 66. Either way, he just don't even worry about it. And we're going to see it at some time. Yeah. And we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And Jacksonville, they just hype. And man, preseason game, he is jumping. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I do love about preseason time. Because that was one of those times you're not kicking that during a regular season game. Now we might be thinking about it. 70. Like you're punting that ball off. Some punters can't even get the ball that far down the field. No, shoot.
No.
Leg.
Yeah. All leg, all hip, plant foot, laces out. Pume, watch it fly. I was like, man, he got all that. All right, be live. Grab the pepper grinder because it's time for a round of pepper. Coming at you right here on the Sports Bros Podcast. Run that graphic, man.
Okay, boys, let's bring it home with a round of pepper.
All right, you heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get the hell up out of here. But before we go, around the pepper, you know how we do with 3 topics, rapid fire style. Kind of, sort of, not really. Here to enlighten, engage, educate, and entertain. The 4 E's in no particular order. With that being said, I'll go first. All right. Be Live. Guess what? On this day in history, back in 1919, the Green Bay Packers Football Club is founded by George Calhoun and Curly Lambeau, and is named after the sponsor, Indian Packing Company. I think with the Acme Packers, the Indian Packers. Anyways, there are the Green Bay Packers. So happy birthday to the Green Bay Packers. Over to you, Be Live.
Oh man, oh man. My first pepper point is a feel good story and it is a local story, and I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
Our very own North Myrtle Beach 12U All-Star baseball team.
Let's go.
They go undefeated during the Diamond Youth Baseball um, World Series, and they are world champions. Diamond Youth Baseball, North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, 12U All Star Baseball team, bringing a world championship home. Let's go. On top of that, Irmo Little League, they're headed to Williamsport and they're headed to the Little League World Series. South Carolina, Palmetto State, stand up. Congratulations, North Myrtle Beach and Irmo. Let's get it. Let's go. Eddie Cool, the ball.
I forgot the Irmo High School mascot. I forgot it. But anyways, Be Live. Guess what? Also on this day in history, back in 1951, I kind of mentioned something about this, a similar story about a week and a half ago, but here it is again. All right. The New York Football Giants of the NFL, they beat the Ottawa Rough Riders of the CFL 38-6 in Ottawa. They said you can take this whooping in New York, New Jersey, or you can take this whooping in Canada. Either way, you're gonna take this whooping. But be like, I still think just for S and G's that they should do like one preseason game should feature a team from, how about this? The team that finished the season dead last, not only do you get the first round draft pick, but also you get to play the winner of the Grey Cup in the CFL. Ratings booster right there. Over to you, Be Live.
Oh man. I report this as my second pepper point, just as a somber moment because there's a lot of players and a lot of people when it comes to the NFL. They're like people think that, oh, you've made it to the big time and all this stuff, you're gonna make all the money. There's still a lot of players that are vying for their very livelihood because at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, only 53 players make it on 32 teams, which is around 1,500 people in a world of 8 billion people. Only 1,500 make it onto a roster in the NFL.
Mm.
So when it comes to preseason games, a lot of people are putting their livelihood on the line just trying to make it. And so when you see injuries like this, it just hurts. And so when the Lions faced Atlanta and their safety Maurice Norris was carted off the field,
Oh.
it hits deep. And I'm like I said, I'm not even a football player, but I'm an avid fan of the
Mm.
sport. And just knowing what they're trying to they're playing the game, trying to make it in order to just make it in a thing called life at a high level. Yes, of
Mm-hmm.
course, there's a lot of other things that could be done, but you to make it to that level, you've sacrificed a lot, and for it to come crashing down and the stand-up job by the both organizations to decide, you know what, let's just not let's end the game here, let's run out the time because there are things that are bigger than football. And so hats off to Dan Campbell, Raheem Morris, am I giving compliments to the Falcons? Yes, I am. The
Yes,
Atlanta
you are.
Falcons and the Detroit Lions organization for and I all the prayers for Maurice Norris, and hopefully a speedy recovery, and hope he rebounds from this. And I want people to remember, as fans, these are still people.
Mm-hmm.
They might be all stars, athletes, superstars, whatever. Not all of them make it.
Nope.
So, and anything can change at the snap of the finger. So, prayers out to them. Eddie Cool, the ball.
All right, Be Live. My third and final paper point on this day in history. Back in 1993, Boston Red Sox pitcher at the time, Roger Clemens, records his 2000th strikeout against Danny Tartable of the New York Yankees. That was 1993, and he had 2,000 strikeouts already. Hey, man, I don't care what you say, man, about the era, about the person, about the time, but Roger Clemens was one of the best to ever do it. Be Live, get us up out of here.
Oh, yeah. My third and final pepper point. You know
Here,
how I like to do things.
here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Remember last week, B Live bought us cheeseless nachos and naked ass hot dogs. Let's get it. How are we gonna top this?
This one, I'm not aiming to top that, because that was tough. That was tough.
But got my hopes up for nothing.
But no. I'm a man of the people. I try my best, and I deliver to you. Interesting little segue, because you mentioned this wide receiver earlier when you spoke about Jonathan Mingo. He is now with the Dallas Cowboys. And during the preseason game, he did he ran a decent route. He got past the defender, ran over the top of his defender, got past the defender, and the quarterback proceeded to try to throw the ball to him. It was underthrown, but it's okay. You know, he was going to try to make an adjustment. But unfortunately, one of his teammates on the sideline got way too excited when he saw that Jonathan Mingo had beat the coverage. So much so that he jumped onto almost the field of play where the sideline begins. And the referee proceeded to truck one CeeDee Lamb.
Ran him smooth,
clean over. Bro, come on, man. I understand you're excited, and it was a good play and all the things. Ball was badly underthrown, and it would have been defensive pass interference, which yet still advances the ball. But guess what? The referee could see it, because CeeDee Lamb jumping all in the way, and they had a big collision. Of course, now Dallas has the penalty for sideline interference, and they say the Cowboys will be the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys going to Cowboys, Be Live.
This Brian Schottenheimer, I don't even know what to tell you. Mike McCarthy couldn't do it. Shotty, I don't know what you did, the conversation that was had, but if this is a precursor to what we were going to see during the season for the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, you've done a masterful job, because I'm going to grab my popcorn and I will be sitting here watching this absolute disaster. It's going to be comical.
And Stephen A. Smith is going to give it to us each and every week. Ooh.
Oh man, it's CeeDee Lamb. What will you do? Like, you're in street clothes.
Yeah,
like, you're not even like. Oh boy.
Hey, it's like this. If we don't know CeeDee Lamb for two things, we know number one, how quick his hands are. By the way, he snatched that phone out that girl's hand on draft night. And if anything happens between there that makes us forget about this moment, you'll be known as the Dallas Cowboy that got tackled by the referee. You know, this is a fine time for Scotty D to cut out on this week's episode. Fine time. I think he planned it.
Yeah. Hey, he's on the grind. I can't even blame him. But ladies and gentlemen, this week, that is what happened. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that watched our clip about the cheeseless nachos and the naked hot dogs. Shout out to everybody. We're gonna try to get some more reels and more funny stuff posted, more segments posted up and everything. So we want to thank you, each and every one of you, for watching and listening to the Sports Bros podcast. And in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can do something nice for someone else, they're greatly appreciated. Now, more than ever, be a blessing, not a burden. Drink your water. It's still hot out here in these doors. And please, y'all, be careful because some high school players and some football players have passed away due to heat exhaustion. So just be careful. Just be careful and take care of each other. Hey, y'all be good. We love y'all. And once again, thank y'all for watching and listening to the Sports Bros podcast. Follow us. Just click that Linktree link in the description box and also in the chat box as well, too. Be live. Take us home.
Yes, sir. Stay off the sideline, CD. CD's nuts.
You got to watch where the hell you at, man. That's one-on-one, man. They teach you that in Pop Warner. We'll see y'all next week.